How you guys doing? This JLC right here at the Pigeon Loft. And today I was gonna make a little video of the Kikirikis and just wanted to show you guys all these. These are all the little ones that used to be over there in the cages with the chickens. I just moved them in here. They've been in here for a while. I don't put them outside because right here they don't get attacked and bitten by mosquitoes, and I have them all like nice and healthy all right here. Can't keep them all inside, but I just don't want to put these out until the mosquito season is over. But yeah, that's what I'm trying not to do. Like the ones outside, I have a lot of them that do get like, chicken pox and a little sick here and there, and I've lost a couple. I lost like, maybe about 20 in total. But a lot of them, I cured them. They got better. A lot of them are still getting better, the ones outside. It's just these are all the ones I have in here. A lot of these are all my little short-legged ones that come from my last sit down. I also have some babies too that just started being hatched out there. And those I've been giving them all vitamin water, making sure none of them get a little sick or they start healthy, But even though they do, damn mosquitoes always attacking them and causing them to get sick. Yeah, these are all the ones I have in here. That's the little boot. I'm excited for this one right here. I don't know. I want to see how that one. That one comes from my little short-legged little hen with my bulico. So that one came out more like a brown bulico. I want to see how that one comes out. A little tiny short one, But yeah, and then this one, I think this one right here, he's the son of that one rooster that I have over there. I think my friend Adam, he'll recognize this one once he sees the video. I think that's the only son I pulled out of him. When I first got him, I had him with a little chicken, that he came with, and I do remember putting some eggs out there from her and him. And I'm thinking this is the only one that came out. There could be other ones. Maybe they didn't come out like this, but this is when I first got them. And then over here, these are about the same one, but these are a little bit older than those. These I would have put them outside, but like I said, I don't want them to get. These are a little bit more calmer. I don't want them to get all sick, and I have them in here pretty healthy, as you can all tell, I have this local petoncita right there. These all come from the pintos I have. And this little black one right here comes from the aztecas right here. And then there's all the other ones over here. Even that little rooster right there, one of the pinto ones. I'm trying to see if I can get them to move. They hear the food and they all start coming. But yeah, these are all the ones out here. These are all the ones in this cage. I don't know if you guys remember, I had made a video of this cage when I built it. I used to have them out here in like buckets in there with lights when they were little. So I decided to build this 3-story cage so I can put them different sizes for different levels. Like the smaller ones on the top, they have the light, as you can see. And then once they get older, like those bottom ones, I'll move them down. Like if I was to bring all the little ones outside, I'd put them on the top, move those to the middle one, and then those I would have moved them to the bottom one. And then once I had more little ones, do the cycle, and then those, the ones on the bottom, will go outside. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this cage, and if you guys liked it. Well, let's go check out the other ones. And here we are with the ones outside. Out here, like I said, yeah, a lot of them got better. A lot of them are still recovering from when they had the pox and stuff like that, you know. So yeah, a lot of them, like I said, they're still recovering. Like right here, a lot of these little roosters that I had here, these are the only two that got like the worst sick. Like they had a lot of pox in their crust, but yeah, look, they're doing better than how they were. You know, they were way worse. Right now, I gave them medicine. I peeled off all the old scabs and the rest. Now that they're just recovering, so pretty soon they'll be looking full covered. The other ones I had, one of the ones I had right here did get like the worst sick. I moved him to another cage. That way, you know, he's doing like a little slowly recovery. But the other ones, the ones that were much better, like this one right here, I put that one down there on the bottom. I had put them with the silkies, but I moved the silkies out of the way and I put them over there in another cage. So I put him in here with both of these little white copetona hens. And so yeah, he's like the only, he didn't really get that bad. He's like the shortest one out of all the ones I have. But there was two, like, yeah, there was the other one that kind of looked like him too, that got a little bit of the worst. But they're all doing fine. Luckily I haven't lost any of these, you know. And then up here, this is where I got my little, these are my little hens, the little tiny short ones. Luckily none of these even got sick. I was surprised too. But I did sell some from here. I think I sold like 3 of them. But these, I really wanted to keep these, like those 2 little brown ones and then this girita. I sold mostly, I think it was 3 of the giritas, because I do have a lot of giritas over there. And I wanted just, I had to sell some. Like I said, I can't keep them all. The 2 little white hens, I may keep them because I need little white hens. But yeah, there's the little giritas right there. Those are like my favorite ones right here. And then those little limonadas right there, those are my little favorite ones as well too. I'm gonna see if I can move them out of the way. That way you guys can get a little closer video of all of them. And then these right here, they're also doing pretty good. You can tell by looking at them. Let's see if I can. There's a little white one. A lot of these I want to cut their crest and see how they look. See, and they look a little better with the crest off. That way they can. But yeah, I'm gonna see. But yeah, there they are. These are all the they're not the short little leg ones, but they're all the small, the little kikirikis, you know, like that little bulico right there. The one I showed you earlier, the one inside, the little brother to him, that one came out like really tiny. These, I probably sell one and keep one. I like both of them. There's this one, and then there's the brother to that one. He's over there in the corner. And then these right here on the top. And then over here, that one right there. I like that one. I want to see how that one's gonna get. Looks like a silver hero. Plata hero, I think they call this color. I'm not sure. And there's that one. There's those two right there. And then there's my three-legged one, four-legged one right there. He's also doing pretty good. But yeah, these are all these right here. Let's go check the other ones over here. These are all these right here. These are all the little hens that I got. And then that's my little pumpkin rooster I have them with, you know. And then up here, I like these black ones, these black little hens right here. I was thinking of keeping, I think there's two little black hens, but I think this is the one that's the blackest out of all of them. But yeah, there they are. And then over here, these are some of the roosters that I had over there that I moved over here. Like that little white one right there. And then I got those other two over there in that corner. And then I got this one right here. And then I don't know, I was debating on whether to keep this hen. I like her color, like the way she is. So maybe if I keep her and then breed her with this guy, I think that's her brother. I'm not even, maybe like a half brother. But yeah, he's also, I think he is like a half brother. But yeah, you know, I like her color. She's like her color is like pretty nice. And then these two right here, there's my all white one. Maybe he could be ready to cut the crest. I see my friend that he had took two of my white ones. He already cut their crest, and I was looking at them and it looked bad. But yeah, you know, there they are. Let's check out these over here. There's these right here. Some of these too, they got a little sick. I don't know why, but I always have bad luck. But luckily they all came through and they're all doing perfectly fine. You can see there's a little girito right there. There's that little girito, golden girito, and then there's my little azteca right there. And then that's like, I think that one's a real red azteca, coloradito, maybe like a limonado. And then there's that hito. But yeah, there these guys are. They came out pretty nice. And then over here, this chicken, she started sitting on eggs. She's been sitting on eggs for like only like 3-4 days. This little pinta, she had I think 6 eggs of her own, and then the rest I gave them from the azteca down there. And this chicken, this is the mom to that one chicken that I was just showing you. I put her with this white rooster. This is to see maybe what they produce, you know, maybe a white rooster with that white hirita. I was thinking of putting her and her daughter with that one rooster that I have down there. So maybe both of those, breed them together and see what I get, you know. And then here's where I put my silky hens that I had over there. I don't know if you guys remember. Unfortunately, I did lose my little silky rooster. So I just got stuck with the 3 little hens. There's this one, that one, and that one. And then that's the dad to them. So I figured, you know, maybe I can breed them back to the dad. And maybe I'll just get more silkies off of them, you know. But I did lose the little my little rooster silky, the little gray one that I had in here. I don't know if you guys remember him. He was in one of my cover photos the last time. Like I said, if you lose them, even though you give them medicines and vitamins, you still end up losing them. And then there's my azteca rooster, and then there's my hirita. Looks like she just hatched her babies. You can tell her. Look at them right there. There's 2, the little black one and then the little hirito looking one. They just started to hatch yesterday. See, her, I'm hoping to get some white hitos with her, with that big, long, nice tail, and then him. That's why I have them together. And then over here, I also have my blue female right here. Well, I put her with that rooster right there. I don't recall who his dad is, to tell you the truth, or his mom, but I'm thinking his mom, probably this one. I'm not even sure. One of these is the mom. You can tell she's a little tiny short leg seramita female. They all come from her, so if I breed her with them together, hopefully I get a nice bloodline and a nice color, you know. And keep working on that nice color. Like that little rooster right there, he's perfect. I like how he came out. And then over here I got my white ones. This guy's always happy to look at to be in the camera, huh? Look at him, he just likes to pose and just look alive. He says, yeah. Not the chicken, she's more of a on the wild side. He's like, hey, focus the camera on me. Yeah, that's my little favorite rooster right there. He likes it when you give him attention. And then over here, I got the hitos right here. There's my original golden hito and that little hirita. See that rooster I was telling you guys over there? That hito is the same color as her. That's her son. I think with him or the other hito that I had. I don't know, because I had her with 2 different hitos. But yeah, they're doing pretty fine. Right now, they're not laying. They're already almost finishing their molting stages. See, that's the mom, and then there's my 2 little aztecas right there. Man, I like how those tails came out on both of these. These 2 are like the baddest ones I have with the tail. That's why I have them with the mom. Breed them back and get them more better than what they were. They're already bad as it is, but you know, if you guys like these, let me know down in the comments if you guys like these aztecas right here. And she was also laying eggs, and that chicken, I gave her 4 of her eggs that she was laying on. And there was another chicken that started sitting on eggs too. The baby should hatch by October. By October, usually they're already molted and their feathers all came in. And then right here I got these 2 little chickens right here, that little girita and then the little orange one. I put them with him right there. And if you guys remember on one of my videos, I showed him to you guys. He was like really bad. His whole face was all swollen. He had catarrh really bad. I thought I was gonna lose him, but he pulled through pretty good. I'm hoping to get a lot of babies from him for next year, you know, in the beginning of this year too. See how their water's like on that yellow side? That's the medicine right there. So I'm gonna, for the whole week or two, I'm gonna give them that. Make sure they get healthy and they get better, you know, because you see, like when they start molting, that's like one of their stresses times, and that's when you mostly see them get sick and down, and you start losing them, and it's all bad. I don't know if how you guys do it out there. You have to produce them, and what kind of medicines do you guys give? Let me know down in the comments, you know, because I try my best, but like I said, you still lose some no matter what you do. But yeah, this is my little platita here, girito right here. And that's my little girita that I have them with. And all those giritos I have over there, they all come from him. And then over here, there's my original bulico right there. And that's that little short hen that I was telling you guys about. See, that's the mom of that little tiny short rooster I showed you that I have in the back room in that one cage. That little short bulico, that's the mom. And then there's those right there. And then over here, same thing. That's my original white rooster. He's the dad of almost all the white roosters I have. That's the dad of those 2 roosters you have. The ones my friend Adam has. That's the dad right there. And that's the one of the moms. And then I got her sitting on eggs over there. Baby should be hatching by the beginning of next month. And then over here, I have that girito right there. And then I got her sitting on eggs too. I think she started sitting on eggs like 2-3 days ago. I gotta mark the eggs down, that way I know what day they will hatch. Yeah, I checked her yesterday. She has 7 eggs. That's fine. Hopefully at least, hopefully all 7 hatch, but sometimes maybe like 3, 4 will hatch and the rest of them won't. And then over here, this is all the little short-legged hens. I'm trying to open the door. You can see I have a lot of white ones in here. As you guys can see, I have a lot of giras in here too. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's another one over here, 4, and I have 5s. So I got at least plenty of giras to keep, you know. And then the bulicas too. I'm gonna try to breed a lot of bulicos for next year. I like this colors right here, like the original bulicos. There's all the sisters and all the stuff, and that's that one little rooster that hangs out with them. out right now. So I'm just gonna lock them up. And then right here, there's this little rooster right here too, with that one chicken. There's that pair right there. And then over here, these are the two little chickens. They come from my azteca. I like the color on these two little chickens. I put them in here with him for now. But yeah, those are the ones I want to be breeding with those two brothers down there. Maybe the darker one, so I can get darker roosters with these two hens, you know. There's this one. And there's that one right there. And then there's a little rooster. He's more on the wild side. Even though he's up here and I always try to touch him and mess with him, he's always like the most wild one. But yeah, there's that rooster, and then there's those little chickens right there. I also have them on that medicine too, that way they don't end up getting sick on me, you know. So there these are right there. And then the top little chicken, here you guys can see, I should get a good look at her. If you guys like that color, let me know down in the comments what you guys think. And then over here, these are all the younger ones. These are the ones that are the same age as the ones inside. A lot of these did get sick, and a lot of, I think I only lost two out of this cage right here. The other ones, they all got better, and I did sell a lot of them too. That's why it's kind of low on here. And then these are the ones where I have the hospital ones, you know. Those are the ones that are recuperating. And then over here, this is where I have the baby ones, the chickens with the babies. Like I have this little chocolate female, and she has two little babies. And these are doing perfectly fine. Pretty soon I'll probably end up moving them inside, you know. This is the little chocolate female. She's a nice little hen. But yeah, there's the two little guys. Look at them. She only hatched those two. It's a little chocolate and a little girito. That one flew right out of the damn gate. I gotta see if I can catch him now. I gotta catch him in a little bit. And then over here I also have her. She also hatched babies. These come from the chickens outside. You guys can tell there's those two little pintos right there. That one's from the big chickens. I just gave her this baby because he was the last one to hatch out of the chicken that had babies out here. She hatched 5 babies and there was still 1 egg left. And then these were hatching. It took him like 2 days to hatch, but at the time he hatched out, these were already hatched out, so I gave them to her. Yeah, and she has those 2 little pintitos right there. And then that one little girito right there. And then there she is. And then over here, I got my this little girita right here and those 2 little chicks. They're also doing pretty fine. Her, she's as you can see in her face, she started to get a little sick and she had like catarro and stuff, but I started giving her medicine really early and she pulled through. And some of her chicks, they started getting that too, but they look like they're starting to get a little better, you know. And then over here, this one right here, she was a little sick. I don't know if you guys remember her. I had showed you guys her, and her whole face was all swollen. She couldn't even see. But look at her now. She pulled through, got way better. Unfortunately, she did lose 3 of her chicks, and these 3, they got a little sick and they got pox all over their faces too, as you can see. But I was able to save these 3. The other ones I didn't. They got it so bad that they just ended up dying. But yeah, these right here, they're survivors, you know. After this age, the other ones, they usually don't get it anymore. Like usually after, it's always like September. I don't know why. And then right here, like the beginning of September. By the end of September, it's usually rare when they start getting those pox. I think it's all these damn mosquitoes that people be freaking releasing out in the freaking air and everything, you know. But yeah, here's this one right here. She's one of my best little hands right here. And then she's also taking care of her babies. You can see all 3 of hers are doing great. And then this one, she only hatched out 1 baby. You can see her baby over there. I was thinking I was going to take that little 1 baby away from her and give it to that chicken. She hatched like 2 days ago, 3 days ago. But yeah, she only hatched out that 1 baby. And then over here on the bottom, there's my silky little chicken. She hatched out these 3 little giritos right here. And they're all 3 of them look like they're doing good. And that's my little original silky hen, the one I started all my silkies with. Unfortunately, I did lose both the roosters. But I got all 3 chickens, and in the back room, I think I have 2 other silky ones. And I'm pretty sure one of them's a rooster. But yeah, there you go. There's all the chickens and all the animals that I have out here, you know. So I still got to catch that baby one right there. He's just out here running around. I got to find my net. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video and you guys like to see the Kikirikis and see how they're doing and all the progress I've been doing with them, let me know down in the comments what you guys think and what your opinion is. I would love to hear it. And like always, you know, thanks for watching, and I appreciate it. And like always, if you haven't subscribed, please give me a subscription, a like, and a comment, just so we can get your thoughts. And we'll see you guys next time right here at JLC's Pigeon Loft.